Dillon Danis is one of the most spoke about people on the internet right now because he's given Logan Paul's fiancée so much abuse to try and sell a fight with Logan that's happening in October. But can Dillon Danis actually throw his hands? Now, I know he can fight. He's fought in Bellator and he's got a great jiu-jitsu background, but throwing hands in a boxing match is a little bit different to an MMA fight and a lot different to jiu-jitsu. So on this video, I'm going to review Dillon Danis' fighting footage, his training footage, to see just how good he is. And also at the end of the video, I'm going to give you my prediction to tell you who I think will win this fight. Now we're going to watch these MMA fights, and I haven't got that much MMA experience, but what I have got is a ton of boxing experience. Winning an Olympic medal, 7 national titles, a European gold medal. So I know if someone can box or they can't, just by looking at these videos. Now let's search YouTube. Dillon Danis fighting. So we've got his MMA fight, the street fight that he had, we'll look at that. So we've got this MMA fight, we'll look at that, the street fight that he had. We're not going to look at any jiu-jitsu stuff. Let's start with this Bellator fight. That was, actually I know it must be around 5 years ago because he was 25 on here and he's 30 years old right now. So let's just have a quick look at this tail of the tape. This is his second fight. This is his second fight, his last fight in 2019. He's 6 foot tall, weighing in at 175 pounds. Okay.
Michael C. Williams. Bellator MMA here at Madison Square Garden at 6 foot weight. Introducing Dillon Danis. And the referee in charge of the action, Mike Beltran. Mike Beltran will oversee this catchweight affair between Max Humphrey, who is 3-2. All 3 of his victories inside the distance. Dillon Danis in the red gloves. Humphrey.
So Dillon comes out, he's a southpaw here, throwing some feints on his toes, going straight for that takedown because his background's jiu-jitsu, and if he gets the guy at the floor, he's probably going to end the fight. Oh, fuck. What happened there? Did he get caught with a cross straight away? Let's have a look at that again. So he throws a jab. No, he lands the jab and he leans back out of the way of that cross. Because he was leaning back, I thought it landed, but it didn't. Wow. Look at that combo the guy throws here. What happened there? What the hell was that? Look at the combo that his opponents just threw there while he was out of range. He's out of range and he throws a long uppercut, which is miles away. Then a jab. Dillon moves back with his feet, with his hands up high, which is good. Then he smiles at the guy saying, what the hell was that? So it shows me that he's confident in there and he feels comfortable with only his second fight. Hands are high, got a good stance, good form. A bit faster. This guy's throwing that 1-2. His defense is good, leaning back. Nice on his feet. He's better than I actually thought he was going to be. Then he takes him down. Let's get back to the boxing because I don't want to watch this takedown stuff. Let's skip it on. I'm guessing the guy doesn't get up, right? Yeah. And the fight's ended. Yeah, so he ended up with a submission, which it's hard to judge him in his boxing from that. But yeah, what I've seen there, I'm impressed.
better with your fighting system now as far as the stand-up game?
Man, I said this before. I'm the fucking best in the world. I said that already, and I said it again. Let's see who gets in here and stops me.
Wow, he said he's the best in the world after 2 fights.
John Jones, any of those.
John Jones, he's calling out John Jones. Big statements. So, I like it though, you know, I like it. And I've done a video talking about his way of marketing, which is, and I've done a video talking about his way of marketing with Logan Paul's fight. You should watch that video after this. But look what he's just done there. Straight away, he's had 2 pro fights and he's called out John Jones. I wish more fighters would do stuff like that, because it's getting them into positions to actually fight Logan Paul for however many millions he's getting. He went through. So look at this confidence. It's weird how he's got so much confidence calling out the likes of John Jones. But then this was his last fight in 2019. Let's take a look at the next fight. So this was his first fight, again in Bellator, 175 pounds, age 24. This was in 2018, which is 5 years ago. Pro debut. He's fighting a guy who's won 2 fights and lost 4 fights. Hopefully we see a little bit more stand-up on this fight. So southpaw fighting another southpaw here. Kind of bouncing up and down, which is, I'm not mad at, because, you know, he's on them toes, he can move in and out. There's not much going on here. Obviously 2 novices in MMA. Oh, was that a jab? Did that jab land? The guy threw that nice jab. Let's take a look. So it would be nice to see if Dillon Danis can take a punch, or see how he reacts when he does get punched. That's a big indicator of character in boxing. So we'll move that clip. Did we pass that? Ah, there. So here we see it. Danis is moving forward. The guy steps in, boom, hits him with a clean jab straight in the face, and he puts his hand down trying to parry it, but it was too slow. Now, when you're a southpaw and you're in there with another southpaw, the jab is one of the best punches to throw, as the guy just did there. But he's got them hands up high, in and out of his feet, looks explosive. Oh, the guy swings over that big left hand. Danis moves his feet out of the way of it. Oh, wow. He did not walk into that one. Let's watch that again. We'll put that on. Oh, he gets caught with a big overhand left there. Backs off, hits in the temple. Guessing that was the best shot of the fight so far. It definitely was so far. Then his hands straight up by his face, which is good. But he's still going forward. He's still determined. He never slowed him down. And then he goes for that big left hand again. Danis is aware of it now and moves out of the way. Again, moving his feet good. Throws a kick. Now Danis is obviously setting everything up for the takedown, I'm sure here. All of these punches and kicks is all to look for his takedown. There, he's went for it again. Too slow. The guy's throwing punches. Oh, and he's down. Oh, is this another submission? Yeah, another submission for Danis.
No one has ever experienced submissions like this in MMA. I'm too good. I said it, like, this is another level.
His confidence is through the roof.
And you demonstrated that, you know what, you were not going to back down.
I want to see some real boxing. Let's have a look at this, see if we've got some here. So we found this on YouTube. So we found this, let's see. Some boxing. Just slow work. He's turning his hips up. Oh, forget about it. Yeah, his boxing looks okay, not very explosive, but I don't know if this is the beginning of a session, the end, but I don't know what the method. Watch his game. Yeah, he's looking pretty good, but yeah, he's looking okay here, but it's not high level boxing. Now I don't know what the goal is of this session here. To me, this just looks like a steady flow session where I'm not a fan of this. You know, if you're going to do the mitts, do the mitts. Be explosive, be fast, where he's not fast here, he's not explosive, it's slow stuff, working on techniques, but he's dropping his hands a lot here. If you see when he's throwing them punches, oh no, didn't see that. When he's throwing that lead hook to the body there, you can see his backhand's dropping down, which would be leaving him wide open for a big right hook from Logan. Now, one thing I've noticed, there's hardly any training footage of Dillon Danis on here. When you look at other fighters who's high profile, he's not a high profile fighter. I guess he is, but he hasn't got that much experience in it. But there's hardly any training footage of him. Like now, all of the videos that you can find on here is about him and Logan Paul, or him and Conor McGregor, because he trained with Conor for a while. But when he was training with Conor, as far as I know, it was all jiu-jitsu. Oh, here's a clip of him sparring with Conor. Let's see this. So he's walking forward, taking them kicks, which again, hard to judge for trying to rate him when he's boxing. Throws that left hand there and leaves it out. Conor steps back, boom, pops in straight with a little left hand. Yeah, it's hard to judge his boxing on this because we don't know whereabouts in a camp he was. But look at that right at the end. Conor lands that jab, boom. So we've got some spawn there. Oh, nice little uppercut. He throws a 1-2 uppercut. But again, it's slow. It's slow. I don't know who he's in with. It's like, seems to be light sparring and nothing much is behind it, and hard to judge. Oh, then he gets the headlock in. Now that is something that I can imagine him trying to do with Logan in there. He's doing something really, really dirty, especially if he's not winning the fight. He looks like he's sparring someone here who looks the size of Logan. But again, it's very light, it's very cut, it's very, but again, it's light sparring, it's very cut. Is he being very smart and not putting much footage out of him? Is he being smart and not putting much footage of him out there because he's afraid about people like me coming on there and criticising it, or future opponents? I don't know. But then the other thing is it because he's not a boxer or he's not fought for years? Well, from the footage that I've just been watching, he's actually better than I thought he was, because I feel like when jiu-jitsu competitors try to do boxing, I feel like when jiu-jitsu competitors try to do MMA, they're not that good at it. So when I've watched that there, he's actually better than I thought he was, where he's moving in and out on his feet. And them two fights that we watched were both within a space of 1 year of each other. Now we're talking 3 years later, But now we're talking around 4 years later. How active has he been in the gym then? He's not been training and fighting compared to someone like Logan Paul. Compared to Logan Paul, who's always doing this WWE wrestling stuff. Now, I know that is completely different, but he's on a big stage, in a ring, in front of lots of people, training very, very hard, working on speed, agility, strength, consistently. And as well, Logan fought the greatest fighter of all time, Floyd Mayweather, just 2 years ago. And Logan actually won 1 or 2 rounds in that fight against Floyd Mayweather. So looking at the activity levels, you know, I mean, Logan's miles ahead there. Now, other thing you've got to look at is their training camps. I seen an interview where Dillon was talking about that he still hasn't decided who he's going to train with yet, because he hasn't decided who he's going to train with yet. Which, come on mate, you haven't got that long to the fight. You need to get this stuff, you need to get this shit sorted. You need to be working with a legit boxing coach to build a bond, to build chemistry, to get to know you as a fighter, to get to know how to speak to you in the corner. Because a good trainer knows that they can't speak to every fighter the same. Example, one fighter might need someone to, come on, you need to do better than that, you're going to lose this fight. Where another fighter, like myself, wants someone a bit more calmer than that, who's more understanding in the corner. Also, if Dillon's got bad habits, which I guarantee you have, because everyone's got bad habits, and if you're working with a coach for only 6 to 8 weeks, there's no time whatsoever to be able to get out of them bad habits. Now, Logan, on the other hand, he's been training with Coach Milton, who is a phenomenal trainer. I did a video on my channel with Milton, talking all about Logan's style and some of the preparations that he goes through and why he trains people like the way he trains. And even though I've got so many years in boxing and I kind of think I've seen it all, I didn't. And he taught me a lot of great stuff. And he was teaching me things that I'd never heard any coaches say before. And it really showed me just how much experience Milton has got. Now, this is the guy who's been with Logan Paul forever, since the start, which you need to have success in the game. Even though Logan hasn't been fighting boxing, I know he's still been training with Milton, keeping active. Now, with all of that being said, who will win this fight? Well, I've got to pick Logan on this. So with all that being said, who will win this fight? Well, if Dillon Danis shows up, because in the past he's not shown up, he's kind of the most relevant fighter in the world that hasn't been fighting. The rumour is Dillon won't even show up for this fight. Now, I don't know the guy. Maybe he will, maybe he'll not. But he's put that much abuse out. But he'll be getting paid that much money. So who do I think will win? Well, if Dillon shows up, because he's got a history of not showing up for fight, because as far as I know, he's got a history of not showing up for fights. He pulled out against KSI, I think a couple of weeks before that last fight. So if he does show up, I think the fight can go one of 2 ways. The first way, I think Logan will outpoint him. I don't think he'll knock him out, because watching his footwork there, moving in and out, he looked decent. And with the confidence that he had after the fight, I'm guessing that he'll not just quit when he's in there. And then the other way that I think the fight will go is Dillon will get disqualified. He'll do something absolutely stupid. He'll get smashed with a hard right hand off Logan. And then his mind might just go, oh, this is not going to work. Boom, I'm going to take him down. I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to get me payday and I'm going to get out of that ring. Or what I think Dillon will probably do is, after he's took a few shots, take Logan down to the ground, start fighting dirty, elbows and all that, and then get disqualified, because he's been in there, he hasn't had a fight, he's fought dirty, he's got disqualified. Hopefully they've got something in the contract that says if he gets disqualified, he'll not get paid. Because I think that's very likely to happen, just by seeing how out of control he is on social media. And if you haven't seen what he's been seeing on social media, you should click here and watch this video next, where I talk about how he's promoted this fight. It's absolutely crazy. I've never seen anything like it. Click here and watch this next. So this is Anthony Taylor, who's a boxer. Oh, who's that guy throwing the punch at Anthony Taylor? Anthony Taylor can fight. He's a hard man. Look at him there, rushing forward. The guy in the red t-shirt trying to stop him. There's Dillon right there, looking all worried. You can see that this guy's going to come and throw a punch at him. Oh, and Anthony just throws one straight over the top. Boom. hits him on the face, and Dillon didn't do anything about it, which I'm surprised at, because tell me a fighter who, if someone punches them in the face, doesn't go crazy and just want to smash their heads in, which, you know, I don't know any fighter that wouldn't do that unless you're really, really afraid, and then they probably wouldn't. But they're a fighter, so fighters not afraid. So yeah, I'm surprised with that.